and welcome to a year of eternal love, a course in miracles, workbook for students, lesson 186. Salvation of the world depends on me. Here is the statement that will one day take all arrogance away from every mind. Here is the thought of true humility, which holds no function as your own, but that which has been given you. It offers your acceptance of a part assigned to you without insisting on another role. It does not judge your proper role, it but acknowledges the will of God is done on earth as well as heaven. It unites all wills on earth in heaven's plan to save the world, restoring it to heaven's peace. Let us not fight our function. We did not establish it. It is not our idea. The means are given us by which it will be perfectly accomplished. All that we are asked to do is accept our part in genuine humility and not deny with self-deceiving arrogance that we are worthy. What is given us to do, we have the strength to do. Our minds are suited perfectly to take the part assigned to us by one who knows us well. Today's idea seems quite sobering until you see its meaning. All it says is that your Father still remembers you and offers you the perfect trust He holds in you who are His Son. It does not ask that you be different in any way from that what you are. What could humility request but this? And what could arrogance deny but this? Today, we will not shrink from our assignment of the specious grounds that modesty is outraged. It is pride that would deny the call of God Himself. All false humility we lay aside today that we may listen to God's voice reveal to us what He would have us do. We do not doubt our adequacy for the function He will offer us. We will be certain only that He knows our strength, our wisdom, and our holiness. And if He deems us worthy, so we are. It is but arrogance that judges otherwise. There is one way, and only one, to be released from the imprisonment your plan to prove the false is true has brought to you. Accept the plan you did not make instead. Judge not your value of it. If God's voice assures you that salvation needs your part and the whole depends on you, be sure that it is so. The arrogant must cling to words, afraid to go beyond them, to experience which might affront their stance. Yet are the humble free to hear the voice which tells them what they are and what to do. Arrogance makes an image of yourself that is not real. It is this image which quails and retreats in terror as the voice of God assures you that you have the strength, the wisdom, and the holiness to go beyond all images. You are not weak, as is the image of yourself. You are not ignorant and helpless, and sin cannot tarnish the truth in you, and misery can come not near the holy home of God. All this the voice of God relates to you. And as he speaks, the image trembles and seeks to attack the threat it does not know, sensing its basis crumble. Let it go. Salvation of the world depends on you and not upon the little pile of dust. What can it tell the Holy Son of God? Why need he be concerned with it at all? And so we find our peace. We will accept the function God has given us, for all illusions rest upon the weird belief that we can make another for ourselves. Our self-made roles are shifting, and they seem to change from mourner to ecstatic bliss of love and loving. We can laugh or weep and greet the day with welcome or with tears. Our very being seems to change as we experience 1,000 shifts in mood, and our emotions raise us high indeed or dash us to the ground in hopelessness. Is this the Son of God? Could he create such instability and call it Son? He who is changeless shares his attributes with his creation. All the images his Son appears to make have no effect on what he is. They blow across his mind like a wind-swept leaves that form a patterning an instant, break apart to group again, and then scamper off. Or like mirages seen above a desert, rising from the dust. These unsubstantial images will go and leave your mind unclouded and serene. When you accept the function given you, the images you may give rise to but conflicting goals, impermanent and vague, uncertain and ambiguous. Who could be constant in his efforts or direct his energies and concentrated drive towards goals like these? The functions which the world esteems are so uncertain that they change 10 times an hour at their most secure. What hope of gain can rest on goals like these? In lovely contrast, certain as the sun's return each morning to dispel the night, your truly given function stands out clear and wholly unambiguous. There is no doubt of its validity. It comes from the one who knows no error, and his voice is certain of its messages. They will not change nor be in conflict. All of them point to one goal, and one you can attain. Your plan may be impossible, but God's can never fail because he is its source. Do as God's voice directs. And if it asks a thing of you which seems impossible, remember who it is that asks and who would make denial. And then consider this, which is more likely to be right. The voice that speaks for the Creator of all things, who knows all things exactly as they are, or a distorted image of yourself, confused, bewildered, inconsistent, and unsure of everything. Let not its voice direct you. Hear instead a certain voice, which tells you of a function given you by your Creator, who remembers you and urges you Now remember him. His gentle voice is calling from the known to the unknowing. He would comfort you. Although he knows no sorrow, he would make a restitution, though he is complete. A gift to you, although he knows that you have everything already. He has thoughts which answer every need his son perceives, although he sees them not. For love must give. And what is given in his name takes on the form most useful in a world of form. These are forms which never can deceive, because they come from the formlessness itself. Forgiveness is an earthly form of love, which as it is in heaven has no form. Yet what is needed here is given here as it is needed. In this form, you can fulfill your function even here. Although what love will mean to you when formlessness has been restored to you is greater still. Salvation of the world depends on you who can forgive. Such is your function here. And for these insights, your part to play in salvation is forgiveness. Forgiveness is your only function as the light of the world. Love extends. It is the giver. And when you give love away, it stays with you. You don't have less of it. When you love somebody, you're bridging the gap. You're joining minds. You're in the realization that the minds are joined. They are already joined. They're never separated. But it's just our awareness and the perception of who we think we are and what this dream world is. This holographic dream world. Adam went to sleep in the garden, and there was never any mention ever again that he woke up. And we've been in an identity crisis ever since. We wake up from this dream by realizing I am not this body. I am not this form. Form is the different ways the energy takes shape in this world. And that's why you hear me call it a holographic dream world. Energy is never created nor destroyed. We're all one in this quantum field of energy. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten our oneness to each other. We have forgotten our function here. In the mind of God, there is no forgiveness because there is no condemnation, no judgment. That is why it is your part. You, the one listening to me right now. Forgiveness is your function in our salvation. To cast out the darkness. To cast out what is untrue. To share the miracle. Heaven's peace. Heaven is only the awareness. The awareness that this separation never existed. I want to thank you for joining with me today. This is a year of eternal love. I love you. And I hope you'll join me for tomorrow's lesson. And until then, God bless.